Hi, my name is Tess Whitty and I'm a freelance translator and marketing trainer. Today I am going to give you 8 simple steps on how to both create but most of all optimize your website for your freelance translation business so that your ideal clients can find you. After this video, you will know exactly what to do to get a website that works hard for you. I also have a checklist with a lot of good resources and tools that you can get for free by clicking on the link below. So here are the 8 steps. Step number 1, a little planning goes a long way. For best results, we should do a little planning before designing a website. Even if you already have one, you can improve it by going back and thinking of these things. This is what you should think about. What goal or purpose do you have with your website? If you know this, it is easier to create the content and it will be easier to reach the goals. What are the benefits to the customers? If a potential customer lands on your homepage, what value can you provide? What domain name will you use? Do you know how to register one and how it should be? What host or template should you use? I discuss this a lot in my book and in my podcast on marketingtipsfortranslators.com if you want more information. Then we should think about the content and what keywords we will use. So step number 2, tips for choosing a good domain name. You can simply use your company name as domain name, yourcompany.com, or you can choose your name, tesswhitty.com. Just make sure that it goes well with your brand and is easy for your customers to say and pronounce, while at the same time keeping it short and catchy. Step number 3, choosing the hosting. So we don't really, if you're like me or like most people, you don't want to code everything and have it hosted on your computer, so when your computer is off, it's not available. It's best to choose a hosting platform, and then you can choose whether you want it hosted by them or self-hosted on their platform. Hosted platforms offer a quick and easy way to start publishing content without touching a server or managing any upgrades. Self-hosted platforms allow you get superior accessibility and customization, and this is what most designers prefer. Step number 4, designing your website. Now comes to the fun part. To design your website. There are many templates out there that makes it really easy to design a professional looking website, and I encourage you to use a template to avoid any color mistakes, and they take you through step by step. But here are some design tips that the search engines like, and that will move you up in the rankings. Think about having short and concise text and use bullet points. Use images that are relevant, clear fonts, and use white space. But above all, make sure it is cross-browser compatible and mobile friendly, which is responsive design and means that it can adapt to any screen size. It should have color harmony too. Okay, step number 5, write your content. The part that is probably most important and many of you wanted to know about. So here are some suggestions on what to include on your website. The home page, the landing page. This will be your only page in the beginning and it can work well for you. This is where you convince your prospect to read further and show how you are unique. Second most read page on the website is your about page. When people are convinced to read further, they want to know more about you. The third page is the services you offer, more explanation on it if you want. Don't forget to put contact information, have a separate page for it, but also have a link to contact information on every page, so that it makes it really easy for people to contact you. You can also include samples or references and testimonials to provide proof of your services. Don't forget to have a call to action on every page. Step number 6 is to optimize your website for search engines, and this is what most people want to know about. 80 to 95% of all website traffic comes from search engines, and particularly Google looks for the quality of your content, how valuable it is, how fast your site indexes, and it will punish you if you have any broken links. Also, pay attention to title tags and meta descriptions. These are fancy words for what will show up in the Google search results for your page. So for the page headers or meta tags, think of the first 65 characters first, because those are the ones that Google indexes. Use words that are most likely searched for when people look for your services, and give each page a specific title describing the content of the page. Step number 7, pick some keywords for all of your pages. Think of what words your ideal clients would use to find your services on Google. Write them down and mention your keywords within the first 100 words of a site page or blog post. Believe it or not, by using keywords towards the start of the page, your site will rank better in search engine results. So think about, what keywords do your clients use to find your services? Look for similar keywords with high search volume and low competition. Use these keywords in your text and headers. Step number 8, the last step. Don't forget to market your website online and offline. Now that you have an optimized website, you need to make sure that people can find it. So here is how you can market it online. You can put a link to it to your website in your email signature. You can include it in all your profiles online, in directories. You can include a link when you post in news groups and discussion groups. And you can put the link up on your social media so people can visit you, especially on LinkedIn, is where businesses come. And you can also make sure to market it offline by including the web address or URL on your business card, on your resume or CV, on your brochures, on Christmas cards, thank you cards. And I said you can put links on social media, but you can also add social media functions on your website pages so that people can share them on social media. All right, today we have learned how to plan your website, some important design tips for Google, what content you should have and how to optimize it, and the basics about search engine optimization. Plus, I will give you some tools and tips to help you in a checklist. Remember, having your own website is an important marketing tool for your freelance translation or interpretation business. It doesn't have to be difficult or expensive. You can start small and then add on pages and tools and features. If you want to get more detailed instructions on how to create and optimize your website, I have an ebook available for you that takes you through the whole process with lots of examples and resources. You can click on the link below to get it. I also have the checklist I mentioned in the beginning that you can get by clicking on the link below. The checklist is free and it has a list of lots of tools and resources that you can use to optimize your website. Thank you for watching. Please give me a like by clicking on like if you found this video useful, and share it with someone you think might find it useful too. Good karma. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.